Bye. Hello, everyone. On behalf of Education USA and Fulbright Italy, welcome to our webinar. We are going to present you the exciting program, Education USA program offered by the University of Wisconsin-Madison. We are super thrilled to have so many students joining us today. We think that the combination of our scholarship and the exciting program offered by the University of Wisconsin is really interesting for you all. And of course, I'd like to thank Kate Ryan, pre-college program coordinator at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, to be with us today and to offer us an overview of this exciting program of Education USA Academy, which has the name of Innovating Solutions for a Sustainable Future. So without further ado, I'd like to give the floor to my colleague Laura, who will introduce you a little more our scholarship. Thanks so much.
Thank you. So Kate, if you could share your screen.
Perfect.
Okay. Loading. Okay. This is such a nice cover. Okay. I just would like to tell you more about the reason why we are here today. So as you heard, we are here to introduce you to the Education USA Academy experience. And this year, we choose the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Education USA Academy is a 3-week program. And today I will briefly introduce you to the program, because Kate is here just to give us a thorough overview of the in-person and of the online version of the program. And I would like also to introduce you to Education USA. I don't know if you are familiar with it. Education USA is the official network of the Department of State promoting the US higher education system. What we can do, we can work together with you, and our advising sessions are free of charge for you, and we help you choose the university. We help you with the preparation of the application, and we also guide you through the preparation of the departure. We offer sessions called pre-departure orientation, so we also help you with the preparation of the visa appointment, etc. I suggest you to follow Education USA in the social media. Because of your age, you will be more familiar with Instagram. I still prefer Facebook. But so if you want to know more about Education USA, about opportunities in the US, about scholarships and scholarships like the Academy that is currently advertised in all the networks of Education USA, please join Education USA. And next slide, please, Kate.
Oh, sorry, they're kind of out of order.
Okay, this is about the Education USA Academy. So I will give you just, I'm summarizing to you the program so that you have an idea of what we are talking about today. It's a summer program from July 1st to July 22, and we are promoting one scholarship, just one. And I will share with you some more detail about the participation to the competition at the end of Kate's presentation. The program at the University of Wisconsin-Madison is Innovating Solutions for a Sustainable Future. And you will meet experts in the field, you will be involved in workshops and excursions, and you will also talk with people from the community in Madison. And you will also be involved in activities related to, to like introduce you to the university academy system of the University of Wisconsin. So you will meet some faculty and staff. There will be visits to all the services on campus so that you can familiarize also with this amazing university. So this is about today's presentation, and without further ado, I'm gonna ask Kate to start her presentation, and we will talk a little more about the competition participation at the end of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the both of you for having me here. I'm Kate Ryan, as I've been introduced. I'm a program coordinator with the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And I'll talk a little bit more about where we're located and what we do at the university, but I'm most excited to talk about this program with Education USA, in which we host students on our campus that are all international students. Kind of the big requirements are that you have to be between the ages of 15 and 18, along with being a non-resident or non-US citizen. So it's a great program for people that have maybe never been to the US or maybe have been to the US but haven't studied, to sort of get an idea of US culture, especially in regards to college or higher education. So why don't we sort of jump into the idea of study abroad? So maybe if you guys feel I guess we have the chat feature disabled today. So students, can they write in the chat box still? Laura?
Yes, they can write in the chat box. Yeah,
great. So I would love to open it up by having students just sort of write in the chat box. Why study abroad? Why do you think study abroad is a good idea? Why would you want to do it?
Okay, Kate, let me jump in Italian.
Okay.
Allora, per rispondere a questa domanda, why study abroad, potete usare la finestra chat. Potete usare la finestra chat in modo che tutti leggiamo le vostre risposte. Quindi Kate vi sta invitando a rispondere why study abroad. Per favore scrivete in inglese. Grazie. Kate, I just gave them some instructions because I didn't want them to get confused between domande e risposte, chat.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
The chat is disabled. Why? I'm not. The chat is disabled. I can write. Sure.
Maybe
okay, let's switch everyone. Let's switch to domanda e risposta. I don't know why it's disabled, but it's also true that I'm having some issues, so I'm very sorry. So please switch to domanda e risposta to answer to the first question, that is why study abroad. Okay.
Maybe they're shy. I don't know why they're not writing. Shy. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, there's an answer.
Mm-hmm.
I think studying abroad helps people know each other's culture more and their country.
Excellent.
Second question. It's an amazing life experience. A third question is because it's a great opportunity to practice language and know the local culture.
These are great.
To grow up, to improve my language skills and go in contact with other cultures.
Excellent.
Thank you for answering, guys.
And then we have another one. Study abroad is an opportunity for improving my English competencies and to meet new cultures and new people. Monica, because I think it's a good opportunity to know a new place like the USA, because I've never been there and I want to know new people.
Wow, and there's also wow, it's full of questions.
Wow.
These are amazing responses. It's been everything that everyone's saying are great reasons to study abroad. Learning about foreign cultures, to improve yourself.
That they mention a lot to know different cultures. and you experience
Different
it, to
people.
grow up as a person and better understand the other cultures. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
So yeah,
Thank
there
you.
are a lot
Thank
of
you
the
so
answers
much.
are. Thank you for replying, so many of you. Yes, so they're all saying that, of course, they're all very excited to be able to have an experience like that. Okay, I'll give it back to you, Kate.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate everybody's responses, and these are all great reasons. And obviously, we see a lot of trends where people are wanting to have new experiences or opportunities to explore new cultures and languages. So a lot of that kind of fits into theme what a lot of you have said. So now I would kind of maybe ask the question, is study abroad right for you? So I kind of like to ask my students these questions when thinking about coming to the US or when I've taken students to another place in the world. So if you feel like you can answer these questions confidently with a yes, then maybe study abroad is a right option for you. So are you seeking an experience in a new part of the world? Are you wanting to immerse yourself in a new culture? Do you seek the chance of honing in on language skills? Do you want to learn and prepare for future higher education endeavor? So if you feel like any of these is a yes for you, then maybe the Education USA or other study abroad opportunities could be perfect for you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the benefits of studying abroad. I think one of the greatest parts is to see a new part of the world. If you have been to a place or you're going back or it's your first time, you always get to experience it in a different way because of language, because of cultural traditions, because of all of those elements, how they interact. This is a huge benefit. I like to call this sponge mode when you step into a new place and you are taking everything in. Because when you're in your normal environment, you don't always pick up on everything that's happening around you because you're so used to it. But when you step outside of your comfort zone into a new place, you get to learn more. Everything is happening to you and you're paying more attention. So it's a huge benefit. Kind of a part of that new world is the new places that you experience and cultures, especially with making friends. That's one of my favorite activities, is by meeting new people in different parts of the world and gaining those friendships. We also are able to gain a global perspective. If you've been outside of your home country, you start to understand the world a little bit different when you experience it in a new place. And in that experience, a lot of times we go through personal growth and development. You're sort of forced to change when you're in a changing environment, which can be a beautiful thing. Another part of it would be more about these cultures, but the food. That is one of the best parts about exploring a new place, the new and different and exciting cuisine that you get to try. Especially in an English-speaking country, you get to completely immerse yourself in a new language. And if you did come to the US, it would most likely be English or Spanish. Back to those, sorry, that skipped ahead. Back to those sort of lifelong friendships from different backgrounds that kind of get to test your ability to adapt to a new and diverse situation. So basically, these benefits are usually in the scope of changing your brain, changing your perspective, and kind of giving you a new way to see the world. Okay, so a lot of you here today might be of high school age, so I wanted to talk about a few high school study abroad options in the US. So we call this pre-college because it's before the age of college. And a lot of times you might see different opportunities happen kind of in this scope. Whether you want to do a program where you're staying on campus, or if you would want to travel to campus, you might want to do sort of a college preparation or special interest camp or experience. And that could be at a university, that could be at a summer camp location, some other location outside of like a traditional education model in the US. And there's also opportunities to do that internationally. So yeah, these are sort of the ideas that you can see. You might also like have these focused on more volunteer or internship or research. And these are some of the programs that we offer at the University of Wisconsin that I just wanted to glance over quickly. Grades 9 and 12, there's different opportunities that we'll have on our campus that are specific to learning one theme or sort of how we're doing the environmental theme. There's other themes that you might be able to do. And they also have different opportunities for your interests, such as music clinics or science clinics. So these are some opportunities that you can do. But what I'm most excited to talk about is Education USA. That's why we're here, right? There's this amazing scholarship opportunity in your home country of Italy. And so let's explore what that could look like. Okay, so Education USA is a part of a program with the US State Department. It's the opportunity to encourage international students to come to the US. And so what is going to be happening in this program? So the basic idea is for students that might be interested in studying abroad, they might want to get this college preparatory. They want to learn about what school systems are like in the US. So they're encouraged to come to the US to study and sort of at the pre-college age, understand what that could look like in an undergraduate or higher education degree. So Education USA is a full in-person experience. You would be on campus, staying in the dormitories that other college students would be staying in. We do have virtual options as well, and I'll get into that, but I really want to focus on this in-person campus experience. This is going to be in the summer months. I know Laura had mentioned this already, but this would be from July 2nd to July 22nd. So kind of easy to remember that, July 2nd, July 22nd. And in this, we learn various themes and college readiness skills. You get to tour different higher education campuses in the US. We are a four-year institution at the University of Wisconsin, but we want to share with you other education opportunities that we might have, such as two-year schools, private institutions, technical schools. There's a lot of opportunities to study, and we want to share all of that with you. You would get a better understanding of the admissions process and financial aid. So how is it that you could make this work? How do you even get accepted to a university in the US? And how are you able to afford that? It can be kind of expensive to study abroad, but we want to make sure that you're better equipped to understand what that could look like. You also would be able to develop leadership, communication, and critical thinking skills. And some of this is just by stepping foot into a different place. You're already sort of developing that as soon as you get off the plane. We'd also have the opportunity to share experiences with the other international students that have been through this program. You can kind of see this picture here. This is our cohort from 2019. That's the last time that we were able to run Education USA in person before the pandemic. And we had about 15 to 20 students, and this is a grouping of them. This is in our admissions office where they were learning about how to apply to the University of Wisconsin. Yes, so and kind of that's more of the academic side of things. Education USA is academic focused, but there's also so much fun to be had. We have a lot of different community field trips and volunteering experiences and different excursions in which we take you out into the community and other places. This year, I'm very excited because we're going to have some trips to different state parks, get to experience like the natural landscape of Wisconsin and surrounding states. We have a really fun trip planned to Chicago, in which we'll get to explore the city, different museums, culture, and food, along with areas of Milwaukee, and just so many different opportunities and excursions to be had. Great. Yes, so what does Education USA Academy look like at UW-Madison? Well, this was mentioned a little bit earlier, but this year it's going to be the Innovating Solutions to a Sustainable Future. The idea here is that we'll explore concepts of sustainability and environmentalism through the different lenses of majors and career options in the US. So if you have an interest in the environment or sustainability measures, then we want to provide you with the sort of opportunities of which you are most interested. So if you're interested in engineering, we want you to explore sustainability as it relates to engineering. So working on different maybe wind turbine projects on our campus, or exploring what a law degree in regards to environmentalism can look like. And that's what's really exciting about this program, is that you'll get to taste or explore different career paths and decide what's right for you. Is it more science and technology based? Is it more humanities based, through the arts, through law? That's what's the best part about this, is you can kind of explore different paths and then sort of hone in on what works best for you. We'll also be working with the Sustainable Development Goals that the UN has put in place. So you'll get to do a final project in which you're exploring those goals and how to approach sustainability in the United States and in your home countries as well. So we want to make sure that you're taking these skills home with you after the study abroad experience. Through this, we're able to learn more through different workshops and presentations. So you'll be on the college campus working with college professors to sort of understand these different themes of sustainability and environmentalism. And you'll have certain course curriculum and lectures in which you'll be in a normal classroom and be tested in the normal system that we have for our university. But it'll also be a great opportunity to learn about it'll be a great opportunity to learn through workshops on our campus and get out through field trips and excursions. So it's not all just classroom based. There's a lot of outside learning as well. And I mentioned this a little bit, but you can kind of see the different field trips and excursions again. And if you're really interested in looking that up, I recommend researching the Wisconsin Dells, Devil's Lake, Milwaukee, and Chicago. The pictures here, you can see that we're at the School of Business, and we're also in Chicago on the bottom picture as well. So there's always field trips to be had almost every day, in which you'll sort of get to see community involvement. The last big piece is volunteering. We want to put you out into the community so you can get that cross-cultural understanding. You can be with locals and natives and sort of learn more about the culture of Wisconsin and the US. Different volunteer activities might be farming. It might be working with homelessness projects. It could also be sort of food pantry and hunger works as well. So we really want to encourage you to sort of come here with your passions, and we will sort of facilitate what your path can look like through this 3-week program. Great. I wanted to talk briefly. For some people, maybe the study abroad in-person experience isn't always for you, but we also offer different global online programs through the Academy Connects. So this is a virtual program for international students, and this will explore sort of STEAM-oriented topics: science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So this is fully virtual. The program is going to be online workshops and presentations in which you'll get to talk to STEAM professionals. You'll hear from the Career Center, Leadership Center, the Financial Aid Office and Admissions. You'll get to speak with international students, along with do some virtual college visits, and then have your class presentations and final project. So it's a kind of, it's a similar program to what we do with Academy in the curriculum sort of base, but it's different since it's online, if that makes sense. Great. So I think we've talked a lot about what the program looks like, but I would like to get in a little bit more about why the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Maybe some of you have not even heard of Wisconsin or even Madison. So I wanted to kind of give you an overview. If you see that little star, that's where we're located in the United States. So it's a little bit north. I feel like a lot of people are very familiar with California, Texas, and New York, and maybe even Florida. And those are kind of coastally located around the US. Wisconsin is located in the north, so it is inland, but it's located on it's located on 2 Great Lakes. So you have Lake Superior and you have Lake Michigan. This holds 3/4 of the world's fresh water. So it may seem like it's inland, but there's actually quite a bit of water around us. As you can see from this picture here to the top right corner, We're located on an isthmus, which is just a land bridge that goes across two bodies of water. So you can see here, this is Lake Monona and Lake Mendota. And you can kind of see in the bottom corner underneath the maps as well, this is a view of the bike path going into the city. So there's lots of fresh water. It's a beautiful location. And you can kind of get an idea of the geography of where we're at in the United States. So Wisconsin has a population of about 6 million people. We are called the dairy state. There is a lot of agricultural production in Wisconsin, especially for milk products. We do have 4 distinct seasons. So right now it's very cold here. We're in the dead of winter. It's definitely been a lot of snow, a lot of skiing, a lot of being outdoors in frozen weather. But in the summer, it's so beautiful. It's definitely my favorite time of the year. It never gets too hot. It just feels right the whole time. And you always have a lot of wind off of the water. It's a beautiful place. I could talk about it all day because I love outdoor recreation. And that's a big reason why I live in Wisconsin. So when thinking about Madison, it's been a great place to live because it's consistently been ranked as one of the best and safest places to live in the country. We have a low level of crime and poverty in Madison, Wisconsin. And so that kind of can sometimes breed a high quality of life. It's been rated as the #1 livable city in the US, which means that it's affordable financially, while also having a lot of outdoor spaces, green spaces. There's also a lot of food production in the area, so that makes it affordable to eat. And it's just kind of one of those places. I could go on and on about how much I love Madison, and I know I don't have that much time. One of the most important things for you, though, would be that it's one of the top college town experiences in the US. So let's talk a little bit about rankings real quick. I just wanted to slightly touch on this. We kind of talked about the best place to live, but the University of Wisconsin has actually been rated #10 for US top public institutions in the US. This is a huge deal to be #10 out of thousands upon thousands of universities. It's really exciting too, because we are a huge research institution and we're now ranked as #8 out of the top research institutions in the US, which means we have a lot of resources to share. So if you were going to participate in one of our programs, we're able to use that research and resources to support you. Great. And we also have a high number of Nobel Prize winners that have come out of the University of Wisconsin, along with it's the #1 site for Peace Corps volunteers in the world, which is kind of an exciting deal. All right. We are dedicated to safety and protection, and we're able to commit to that by having our own Office of Youth Protection. So we always want you to feel safe and sound, and that is the best way to be able to study is when you feel that way. And we're very dedicated to that. So that's sort of our mission. All of our staff is screened and trained and ready to supervise. Great. So this is kind of a picture of students crossing the main sort of drag of our college campus. And this could be you. You could be on our campus with UW-Madison. You'd have the opportunity to learn about sustainability-based curriculum, have the campus immersion and college life experience, participate in lectures and workshops, experience activities outside the classroom, interact with the Sustainable Development Goals, and understand majors and career paths better in the United States. So that gives you an idea of the program. Why should you enroll? I think if you're interested in studying outside of your home countries, or if you're just interested in a study abroad experience to help gauge your life experience, this is why you should enroll, because you do have the chance to learn more about the college admissions process. You get this sort of campus and cultural immersion experience, along with getting to interact with US university instructors. learn about the curriculum that we have for an undergraduate academic experience, develop sort of those social emotional skills, and kind of outshine when thinking about your college application, no matter where you apply. Having that study abroad experience can really set you apart. Great. So I've talked at you quite a bit. Now I wanted to take the opportunity, if people have cell phones or if they're able to click on this link, this is sort of a little quiz, a little bit that's more focused on UW-Madison. So I'll give everybody a second to sort of get into the quiz.
And I'm going to participate as well because I'm curious.
Can you guys see my screen as I'm?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, great. You can see the quiz coming up. So this is sort of to get to know the University of Wisconsin-Madison. I'll give everyone another minute to get there. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through. All right, there we go. Okay, what do you think the mascot of UW-Madison is? Is it a beaver, a badger, or an eagle? Looks like a lot of people think it's a badger or an eagle. Getting some more badgers. Great. It looks like most people guessed it correctly. Oh, sorry. Most people guessed it correctly. We are the UW Badgers. So that is our mascot. This is definitely in our natural spaces. You'll see a lot of badgers. Great. So UW-Madison prides itself on being one of the it has one of the highest level of international students on campus. So how many countries do you think are represented on UW-Madison's campus? A lot of people think it's 80. Yeah, 80 is a high number, but actually UW-Madison has 127 countries represented on our campus, which is amazing. There's so much diversity on different types of learners here, and it's exciting to be a part of that. 127. Great. So how many international students attended school at UW-Madison? So this is like given in a normal year, 100, 2,700, or 4,000 plus. Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting this. It's obviously a high number of international students. We have over 4,000 students who study at the who study each year at UW-Madison. Great job, everyone. All right. How many majors are represented at the UW-Madison? Looks like most people think it's 600 or 333. And the answer actually is 333. UW-Madison is so lucky to have so many diverse learning paths. So if you're interested in music and you're interested in engineering, there's going to be a major for you at UW-Madison. And that is what is really exciting about what we can offer. Being a research institute means there's more opportunities to have really specified paths in which you can study. So it's really exciting. Great job, everyone. How many UW alumni and faculty have won Nobel Peace Prizes? And I think I already said this, so if you were paying attention, you'll get this right. And it looks like most of you were. Excellent. Yes, so it is 20. Have 20 Nobel Peace Prize winners, which is quite a high level to have. Great. Oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on. Next question. Which place is the capital of Wisconsin? Yeah, I don't even think I mentioned this when I was talking about Madison, but it actually is the capital of Wisconsin. You can see the capital in my picture here. In every capital city in the US, there's always a really beautiful Capitol building. I really love this one. I think it's so beautiful. It's right in the middle of our city. And if you go to the top, you can kind of see how there's this big land bridge that the city is built on. And you can see 4 lakes from the top of this point because it's the highest point in all of Madison. It's pretty cool. Which city is the best city to live in according to livability.com? And this is our last question. Is it Madison, New York, or Los Angeles? Yeah, it looks like most people said Madison. And of course, this is a little bit subjective, right? Because many people probably think New York is the best city to live in or Los Angeles. But the reason that Madison was voted the best city to live in by this metric is because it's really affordable, because there is a lot of green spaces, there's a lot of water, there's a lot of outdoor activities. So it's sort of looking at a place in all of those metrics, along with there being a lot of availability for education and occupation. So that is kind of why it got its rating. You might think that Los Angeles or New York are cooler and more popular, but we're just lucky that we get to be this really great spot. And I hope that we can share it with some of you. Great, thank you for participating in that. Mentee, I'm going to go back to the presentation. I think the last thing I just wanted to touch on before I pass it back to Laura is sort of, I've been talking at you a lot, and, I can talk about Madison all day, but I think sometimes it's better to let our alumni sort of speak for themselves. So I just wanted to share a few quotes from different students who have participated in the program. So we have Genia Martinez from Costa Rica. She has kind of shared some words. She participated in our program last year. And she sort of shared, undoubtedly, the best part of the program was the warmth of the staff, teachers, and guest instructors who were able to transmit the knowledge in a timely and polite manner. Through each session, I was able to feel that I had a better understanding of how STEM works, and I was able to dig deeper and to find myself, with the help of the instructors, the right path to success in my area of interest. The program was way too inspiring. I consider that it was marked a before and after in my life. So that's kind of what she had to share about the experience. And we kind of asked her to give some words of advice for future students. People sometimes tend to be closed-minded, going only after what we think will be helpful for our lives. However, the least thought experience bring life lessons for us. Join this program because even if you expect a certain result, you will get another one, and that will make you grow. One way or another, what you will need in your life will come to you in the smallest things, like this short program. Give it a chance. So I think that's always like an inspiring quote to read and helpful if you're considering a program like this. I just wanted to share some words of advice from Juan Carlos Villarreal, and he was coming from Mexico. Apply, because this is a great opportunity that will help them to take away their fears, to know themselves better, to identify their interests, skills, and develop new opportunities. It will also allow them to have a better and clearer idea about what a university is, the career they want to study, to choose more easily where they want to study and what they need to do to achieve it. This will give them a clear vision of how their future can be. Great. And I think I'll just share this last one from Judan Joseph, who came from St. Lucia. And he kind of shared that this program changed my life in every possible way, especially seeing the world from a different angle. The exposure at this age allowed me to outdo myself, to become a more disciplined student. It was also an eye-opener for me as to how I was able to meet deadlines and to work under pressure, as it was summer vacation and I was spending it abroad. But I learned how to manage my time. So I thank you for this opportunity. Great. So these are just some of our alumni who are participated in the program and wanted to share some words with you. And the last thing I'll just ask before I pass it over is, where do you want to be in 5 years from now? When you think about this question and how this program can best serve you, then I think that this is always a really good way to intersect and sort of end this presentation. And now I'll pass it back over to Laura.
Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed your presentation, the main pieces, and also to learn more about the alumni. It was great. Thank you.
Of course.
I need you to help me with the presentation. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we will start with the slide. If you go to fulbright.it/academy, you will see the competition webpage, where you can find all the documentation that you will need to apply. First of all, we recommend you to go over the bando di concorso and read it carefully. And then there's an essay that you have to write, and information about the essay are in the bando di concorso itself. And there you also have to fill out the modulo di partecipazione and dichiarazione di consenso. And actually, if you're a minor, you need your parents to sign up the form and further details on the bando di concorso. Next slide, please. Okay, so just review the most important information. Let's review them together. So if you're a student between 15 and 18 years old, you can participate. Of course, if you are 18, you can apply by yourself. Otherwise, you need your parental permission. We expect the candidates to have at least a B1 level of English. Okay. And we prefer candidates with a certification, but the certification is not mandatory. The essay that you will write will be in English, so this is a way for us also to verify your language proficiency, and also the ones invited to the interview will speak English during the interview. And the candidates that we are also searching for are supposed to have very little or no experience abroad, nor in the US. And if you think you are going to participate in the competition, if you're going to apply, you have to send your application to academy@fulbright.it, and the deadline is April 2nd. So as I told you, you have to answer 3 questions and fill out 2 forms. And interviews will be on Zoom, and we will select 1 principal candidate and 2, wait, I forgot what to say. 1 principal and 2
alternate.
Alternate. Thank you, Federica. Thank you so much. And 2 alternate. Next slide, please. Okay. So in the last slide, you will see our contacts. Just keep in mind that our advising sessions are free of charge for you. And so please get in touch with me if you are a resident of northern or central Italy, whereas Federica covers southern Italy. And then if you have more specific questions from the University of Wisconsin-Madison or on the EducationUSA Academy, also feel free to reach Kate out, and that is her email. So I'm done with the presentation, and if you have questions, please use the domande and risposte icon, and we will very happy to answer your question.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Kate. And I think the best, I would like students to ask questions to Kate now, because of course you can contact us tomorrow as well. Whereas this is a unique time for you to ask something to Kate directly if you want to. Don't feel shy.
Yes, please feel free to ask any question.
Okay, there's a question already, and this is about a week in the US. Oh dear. Is considered a limited experience? Yes, it is. So 1 week we consider it as a limited experience. So don't worry, Valeria, feel free to apply. Will you consider the family income too? No. Okay, Federica, do you want to answer these questions? Federica?
Yes, I'm here. We won't consider. We are not asking you to give any evidence of the family income, so don't worry about that. The program will be completely financed. So even if you come from, even if your family is not particularly well off, or doesn't have the resources to finance any aspects of this experience, we will do it completely. So don't worry about this. We only, the only important thing for us is that you're proficient in English and that you're really excited about the theme of the Academy, which is innovative solutions for a sustainable future. And as Kate explained very well in this presentation, the theme is going to be addressed in a very interdisciplinary way. So no matter what your angle or your favorite angle is, it's going to be great. The important thing for us is that in your essay, you can explain to us why you would love to attend this program that was so greatly presented extensively also by Kate. So do you have any questions for Kate? You can reach us tomorrow as well. So maybe you have something specific that you would like to ask about the program. Okay, Raffaele, of course, we have the link for the bando di concorso. Yes, Laura just posted.
I have shared it, but I'm afraid that they are not reading it. Do you see, guys, that I shared the website, the link? Can you see it? Can you see it, Federica? Do you see the notification?
Yes, I can see it, but I don't know if the others.
Tutti. Okay, let me see. Do you see it, guys, right now? And besides that, I believe that I forgot to say something very, very important. Is that the scholarship we are offering covers the registration to the academy with the UW-Madison, but also cover the round trip flight. I forgot to mention that. So it's not only the registration covered, the tuition is covered, but also the flight. And also if there will be expenses for the visa, we will cover those expenses as well. I forgot to mention that.
Thank you, Laura. And of course
also thing I forgot.
Yeah, but so it's a full ride scholarship. You just need to have a great motivation, a great desire to attend this program and be able to articulate it well in your essay. And of course, you need a good proficiency in English, because all the activities and all the lessons and all the classes that will be in English. Okay, but I'm sure many of you have it.
There are a couple more questions. One is, how many students will be chosen for this program? There will be 3 students. One is the principal can, what we consider the grantee, quindi un borsista e 2 supplenti. So 1 principal candidate and 2 alternate. Why this? Because we want to make sure that if the first one, the borsista we choose, cannot leave for the US, there will be someone else is replacing him, because we are offering a scholarship and we really want someone to leave for the US. And then we have to get a passport. Of course, you have to. So as soon as you get information about the results of the competition, if you are the one that we select as the principal candidate, you have to apply for the passport. Okay, so Kate, there's a question for you. What could be considered as a plus to win the scholarship? Okay, it could be a question for us, but also for you about the candidate that University of Wisconsin-Madison is looking for.
I think from our end, it'll just be important that you have like a vested interest in sustainability and environmentalism, because that's going to be the majority of the course curriculum. It's if you have that sort of passion, I think that sets you apart, because I think that you'll really interact with the program better for that reason, if that makes sense.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. Then there are other questions. Let's okay, how many
are there so far? We haven't had, yes. So because the deadline is the 2nd of April, we really don't know. Up to now, no one, of course, entered his or her candidacy, because today we're launching the competition officially with a webinar. So we expect that maybe from tomorrow we'll know more of the people who really want to apply.
Okay, there are several questions, like how do we apply for the scholarship? You have to go to Fulbright, to the website fulbright.it/academy, and there's the bando di concorso. You go there and you see all the instructions to apply to the scholarship. When we will know who wins the scholarship? By the end of April, I think. And if I have another country's passport, is it possible to use it? I believe so, because you don't have to be Italian to participate. But please, Ryan, if I'm not wrong, we already talked about this. Please get in touch with us so that we
Yes.
can address this issue with you. Okay, there's another. Fede, we couldn't hear you, Fede.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, another student is asking how many candidates have participated last time, though. I think last time, I mean, maybe the program wasn't as popular as it is now, about 20 maybe, yes. I remember about 20 candidacy. We hope this time, but don't worry about that. Just do your best.
Yeah, sure. I mean, apply so that you will be one of those candidates. There's another question. If I turn 18 in April, can I use my Zoom account instead of my parents? Yes, you can. Sure. But of course, you have to send us your ID so that we can make sure that you are 18 when you are applying to the academy competition. Okay, I will share once again our emails so that Federica,
so that all of you feel free to contact us tomorrow if you maybe now you're still digesting the content of the webinar, or you're shy. Don't worry, we are available from tomorrow whenever you want to discuss your candidacy for this very exciting summer opportunity. And of course, I'd like to thank Kate so much for her great presentation. I would want to enter my candidacy. Of course, I'm too old, but it sounds like a really interesting program. You have everything, the academic component, the fun component, the sightseeing. I mean, it's incredible. So students, make the most of this incredible opportunity. And I don't know, I want to, maybe if you don't have any other questions, we can okay.
I see that someone said, is Kate one of the ones that are going to be welcoming us? I will be largely a part of the program. You'll see me all the time. It's a pretty small program because without this scholarship, it's about $4,900 on your own. So with it being at that price point, usually we only have around like 20-ish students that come. It could be like 10 to 20, depending on the year. So I am in the program completely with you, participating in the field trips. I won't be always in class with you, but I will be in those community and volunteer opportunities. So if you are chosen for this program, you'll see me all the time.
Bellissimo. So I'm sure this is very reassuring for the students. And what else? Do you have other questions, guys? Or
I see a question about accommodations.
Yes. Yes.
So the accommodations are actually going to be the Jope Residence Hall. It's where all of our undergraduates that are in the university stay. So I can just send a link to what the housing looks like. It's actually quite beautiful. It's on the lake. I think I put it in the chat. So you can kind of see it's De Jope Residence Hall, and you'll actually stay with other domestic students. So that's a big part too. I don't think I mentioned that, but when you're staying with us in the experience as an international student, you'll also share a floor with other students that are in international programs and that are from the US. So it's very much a multicultural experience, and you'll get to meet a lot of students from different places.
Well, that sounds really exciting too. Thank you for mentioning this.
Just one last thing. There's someone asking us if they need to pay something before to apply, I believe. It might sound weird that we are even offering like a scholarship, a round trip to the US. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to apply, and the application is free because you just need to send your documentation to our email. So really don't worry, you don't have to pay anything. Just apply. Okay. I believe that we're done.
And Kate, thank you so much for participating and helping us to learn more about your university and about this incredible program. And students, of course, thank you very much for joining us. You are really a large crowd today, and we're very happy about this. So from Laura and Federica, ciao, and Kate, see you really soon. And we will keep you updated about the competition, and we hope we can introduce you a really interesting Italian student, super motivated to attend your program. Thank you very much for being. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, and I appreciate everybody who came to attend and listen to me talk about our program.
So
Grazie mille.
Grazie, thank you. Thank you.
A presto, ci risentiamo.
Sì,
Ciao.
Bye, bye, bye.